Hey y'all, it's your girl Rye
and your girl Mel, and welcome to the
Wildly Untamed Podcast. Yeah, so hey y'all, how y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in today. I think it's time for what? Our wild card. So you gonna pull this time?
Yes.
Let's see what it say.
Okay.
Hey.
If you had to choose an ice cream flavor to describe you, what would it be?
Ooh, an ice cream flavor. Okay, so this is what it gives. I think I'm a cookies and cream type of girl.
Okay.
Not only because that's my favorite ice cream, but I think, I'm kind of vanilla-ish because I'm not a super risk taker. You know what I'm saying? I can be kind of very structured in things. So that's the vanilla part. And then the bounds of cookies and deliciousness is my little bit of my wild side. It's kind of sprinkled in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think the chocolate is like the sweetness, the loving, just the wild card part of me. You know what I'm saying? So you're just not strictly vanilla over here. I got some chocolate in me. So, you know what I'm saying? Of love and just being happy, stuff like that. Okay, so what about you, honey bun?
I would say I'm more like a Rocky Road.
Ooh. Right.
Little bumpy on the road.
Okay, girl. So why you think that?
I just say because, I think like the little chunks are like white, right?
Yes, girl. Okay.
I don't know. Rocky Road. Marshmallow.
Rocky Road has like chocolate chunks. How you gonna pick this as your flavor? Rocky Road is chunky chunks, marshmallows, nuts.
Why you gotta emphasize on the nuts like that?
Chocolate chunks. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to say nuts like that.
I would say the marshmallow because I can be a little mushy.
Yeah.
But I'm still I have a little bit of like the blonde side.
Oh, the blonde side.
Yeah,
okay.
when I have been having my blonde moments sometimes and be like, Melissa, what?
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be me.
Okay.
And obviously the chocolate.
Okay. What's the chocolate?
Tell me don't more. Discriminate just because I'm not that dark or anything.
Okay, so you just say you got some swag to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And not even color.
I was like, what chocolate? It's in my heart.
I can't stand you. I cannot die.
Okay, but I do think Rocky Road explains you well.
Thank you.
Because you're like full of, I was going to say you're full of different things. Like you never know what to expect. You see what I'm saying? So out of each scoop, you never know what to expect. It could be different things. Mm-hmm. So that's what I got when you said Rocky Road. Can you relate to my...
Yes.
I give Oreos. I give...
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. And I can agree with that. Yeah.
Period. Okay, guys. So for today, we are going to be talking about careers. All right? So are you ready for the first question?
See.
All right. What was your dream job as a kid?
Ooh. So I have two.
Tell me more.
I wanted to be a backup dancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And obviously, be a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did the backup dancer come from and where did the doctor come from?
The backup dancer because I always loved to dance when I was little. Mm-hmm. Even now.
Yes.
And I wanted to be like Sierra.
Sierra. Yes. Okay.
And I always vision myself being but apparently, parents crush your dreams. Mm-hmm. And then be like, you never gonna be that.
Dang.
And I was damn, bro. I was I guess.
It's the wine, okay? Because he's real giggly.
And then on the serious one,
the doctor.
Mm-hmm. I always had a passion for helping people, so I always saw myself as Dr. Oriana or something like that, or whoever I married, right?
Dr. O. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dr. O.
Period.
So,
yeah. Oh, there she go. Okay.
What about you?
Okay, for me, I when I grew up, I always wanted to be a chef.
Ooh.
Or a lawyer. Right?
Okay, so
chef was because I like to cook and I like to try new things, and that just intrigued me, all the different things to cook and stuff like that, because I grew up cooking really early. And then the lawyer part came up because, like you said, I wanted to help people, and people always said I love to talk. So that was the only thing in that age range that I kind of knew about that had to do with helping people and talking.
Did you
And I used to love Law and Order.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch the show Law and Order SVU a lot.
So did you have like a specific lawyer you wanted to be, like prosecutor?
Girl, I was sick.
Never mind.
I ain't know nothing about that. All I know is that they was in front of a judge talking.
Gotcha.
Now when I think about it, oh hell no, I don't want to be that. You got to know all the laws and stuff, and
It's hard.
That ain't for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, what was a random job you always wanted to work in or work at?
Like a random job. Like if I could have just had one job for a week.
For a week that you just be like, yeah, I want to do that.
A background dancer for Beyonce.
Okay.
If I could just be like the best dancer in the world and just be at one of her concerts and be on tour all year, to me that would be the life. Because I do love dancing and performing. Like it's a whole different side of me that I barely show these days. But yes, I would have loved to be like a background dancer.
Okay.
What about you?
I always wanted to be a server at IHOP.
Okay. Why server and why IHOP?
So, I loved eating IHOP when I was growing up.
Okay. You like their pancakes?
Yeah. I just thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
Because the IHOPs were fancy. They were decorated.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you could always go anytime.
Correct.
And I wanted to be that jolly person. I'd be like, oh, welcome.
Oh my God. How many sausages do you want? Wink, wink.
I just like, and server because I just think it's like, I think you just talk to people and you always like moving.
If it's a good server, you can tell that they have fun with it.
Yes.
And it's not like
it's not a
lives.
job. Yeah. Because some of
them servers be like,
I ain't even trying to be here. Yeah. And I'm like, Lord.
Like, why are you here in this restaurant? Who told you to come? Type of energy. I think that's interesting. I feel like us having those type of random jobs, it kind of explains our personality too.
Yes.
Relates to it. Okay, girl. Okay. So, what was your first job?
Oh, so funny thing is, I had like 3 jobs.
At one time for your first job?
For my first
Period.
job.
Don't play with her.
Girl, no.
You was hustling.
I was hustling. That ain't no
How
flex.
old were you?
I was like 18. So, oh no. Actually, backtrack. Okay. That wasn't my first job.
Okay.
My first job was I was cutting the grass.
Oh, period. Not you outside.
Outside in the heat.
Getting a tan.
Getting a tan. I was...
How old were you?
Girl, I was like 9. Like 9.
Whose grass were you cutting, man?
Some rich people's grass.
For real?
Some
You was helping the family out type of thing?
No, it was my dad. So my dad had his own business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had his own business. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to drag who I thought wanted to be my son. You know what I'm saying?
He was giving tomboy.
Yeah, because the thing was just like, he wanted a son.
Oh, yeah.
And I was the best thing, as close
he was going to get.
Yeah.
Period.
So he used to drag me and be like, yeah, you going to cut the grass today. And I was like...
So your little self was just pushing along.
Yeah, pushing the little thing.
I know you know how to cut some grass, though.
I did.
I'm going to have you come over on Saturday to assist me, girl.
Don't contract me. Nah. These nails, baby, ain't touching
Help a sister out. Because I'm tired of paying them people. I'll still pay you, but I'm tired of paying them people. Because why go up and you ain't even cutting them?
Oh, yeah.
That's another story.
I hated that. I was like, you ain't cutting nothing different.
Right.
Greedy people.
Right. I guess we in inflation.
Yeah,
I guess that's what it is.
I guess. Okay, what was your first job?
My first job was, I was a like assistant swim coach, like a junior swim coach.
Okay.
I used to assist the littles with teaching them how to swim, and then teaching them how to swim like the different strokes and stuff, like butterfly, breaststroke, and all that. So that's what I did. That was my first job, like teaching kids how to swim, and then like the little ones, like the 6-year-olds. I think my age group that I worked with was like 6 to 12.
Okay.
And then I went right into lifeguarding around the same time. So I guess I kind of submerged those because those happened at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah, I was out here swimming. I did not like lifeguarding though. I was actually the most laziest lifeguard. And when I saw a little kid drowning, I said, "Mama, get your kid."
Your kid drowning.
Because I'm not about to jump in that pool when you're right there. You need to be watching your child. I don't care if I get paid for this. You need to watch your child. So yeah, I was not a great lifeguard.
Your ass would have been fired.
They need to watch their children.
They do. They sure do, though.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so the next question. What was your career journey like? So go over that.
Ooh. So, let's see.
Your career journey. So from the beginning, I guess when you started like delving into things around your career to where you are now.
Oh, that's a little hard because since the goal was kind of to be a doctor, right? Mm-hmm. And at some point in college, I was like, let me be real with myself.
You said this ain't for me?
No, actually, realistically, when you put like finances and everything into play,
okay.
It was like, homie, you can't afford this unless you're going to be in debt forever.
Yeah.
So realistically, I was just like, that ain't a reasonable thing to do. So I went back to school. Okay, so I graduated college. Mm-hmm. Then I worked as a kind of like a screener / like admission person at the hospital.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I started. And then still trying to figure out my way, right? Yeah. And then I moved to dermatology, which was completely like off guard, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I did admissions there. Like I was an administrative assistant, scheduler.
Did you like it?
I liked it because I got to interact with patients, and then they kind of like taught me how to be a MA, but I didn't have MA credentials.
What is an MA? For those who don't know, sorry guys.
A medical assistant.
Okay.
So basically, you go behind the doctor and you can like do things that kind of like a nurse would do.
Okay.
But medical assistants like get paid less, right?
Okay.
But you're supposed to have like a certificate for it.
Ah.
But I guess because I had a bachelor's, he was just like, I'm gonna teach you how to do it,
right?
And you just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
we need your help, yeah.
Yeah, it's the beauty of a private practice.
Correct.
So I was like, okay, cool, bet, whatever. Like I was learning things, I was getting exposed to things, which I love to do. Mm-hmm. And then I went back to school, and then I was going the route to be a paramedic.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got into EMT and all that. Interesting fact is, I loved it when I started, and now when I go get a side hustle for it, I'm like, these hands can be damaged, baby.
Dang. So you liked it in the moment, but once you took that break, you're like, okay, this ain't for me for real.
I think like the reason I liked it in the moment was because I actually was not also like figuring it out. Like, you know, when you're a student,
you ain't really in it.
You're not really in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the preceptors do all the lifting, do all the moving.
Yeah.
But when it's your job, it's like, baby girl, what you doing? Yeah. You gotta lift the patient.
Right.
Do you know how short I am?
You said I got 5 feet off the ground. That's all I got for you.
I was like, I'm 5'2". Do you see this? Like, I'm literally trying to lift this like patient, like 300 man. I was like, my hands hurt, my palms hurt. I'm looking at the dude like, you gonna pick up this man?
Right.
But you know, you gotta carry your weight. Like I said, like, you want to be in this field? You want to be a woman? Mm-hmm. Hey, pull your own side, right? Yeah. And then I realized real quick that it wasn't for me. I was like, ooh, Lord have mercy.
I remember you called me, you said, I'm about to quit this over.
Yes! I called right, I was like, yeah, I can't do this, bitch. Like, I can't. So, real quick figure out that wasn't my calling. Okay. Even though, like, I give them props. They do great work. But I would say now, then I got into research. So, being in dermatology exposed me to research. Yeah. Which is like a whole different side to things. Mm-hmm. And that ended up to being in the career that I am today. Yeah.
Okay. So you do like research?
I do research for the oncology department, which is the cancer department.
Oh, okay. So how is that? How is that day to day? Like learning? Are you like learning more information and stuff like that?
So I'm exposed to a lot of things. I was already exposed to things, but in dermatology, everything's in skin, nails, everything.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot easier. You know, you deal with people that got psoriasis, eczema, things of that nature. Okay. But with cancer, you're dealing with DNA, RNA, like the blood.
That's too much science for me. I'm sorry.
So, and then, you know, you got to do qualitative and all quantitative. And so now you start doing a whole bunch of science things.
Exactly. Okay. So how do you feel about all the different changes? Because it sounds like you had like an end goal. So how do you feel about like, okay, paramedics, that ain't for me. Like, how do you feel about transitioning? Like, how did you feel throughout that journey?
I feel like in a way, like I felt kind of lost because in my, like, obviously growing up, like I only had one goal. Yeah. And my goal was, I want to be a doctor. I want to be Dr. O. Like, I want to be the first person in my family to be a doctor. And after that, I didn't have no backup plan.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, like, what if I don't become this? What do I become?
Yeah. Like, what's the next steps? What's my second choice?
Like, I never really thought about that. And then when I was in college, it kind of hit me. Like, I was like, what am I going to do in my life? You know, like, if I don't become this, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And I thought that being a paramedic would give me the things I wanted.
Yeah, the fulfillment.
Because
you're still in the hospital environment, you still help.
Yeah, you're still moving around.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, I can't lift heavy people.
You said this is not in my DNA for real.
It's not. I was like, and I'm too much of a girly girl. I was like,
you said my nails first.
My nails.
We ain't breaking those. We keeping that.
Yeah. So I was just like, I don't like to have calluses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once these babies. Do you want to be touching a rough man hands?
No, girl.
Not like that. No offense, but I'm just saying, like,
the rough calluses guys out here.
But on a female, it's rough, you know.
Yeah.
So
it is harder. Yep.
It's harder. So obviously, right now I'm in a different journey.
Okay.
We're not gonna speak on it until we get it done.
Period.
But we're working on a different journey that is still aligning on the same thing, which is healthcare. Same path.
So you see yourself in healthcare. It's just, okay, what position
exactly
am I be in?
Yes.
Where am I led to be at? Exactly. What's gonna best benefit me?
I have like a end goal, a vision that I want to accomplish and be at the end. But in the middle of it, like I have the ending part.
You're into the thick of it right now.
I'm just kind of like, where's it at?
Yeah, and that's the thing about being at our age. I think we try to rush ourselves, but we have to know that it's a journey. And I'm pretty sure throughout every portion of what you went through, the different careers and things like that, you learned a lot from them. You're able to take stuff from the pediatric. What were pediatrics?
Oh,
okay, you did pediatrics. So serious. She all over the world. See? So you're gonna be able to take things from that, take things from the emergency things, take things from the dermatology. That's all going to assist you for where you're supposed to be at. Even the administrative side of things. If you ever want to own something similar to that field, guess what? You know that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to look at it while you're experiencing the journey.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, you know, we don't know why things happen the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
But God puts you in these places for a reason.
Yeah.
So we just gotta like see it through.
Okay. Yeah. Gotta see it through, my boy.
Gotta see it through.
Gotta see it through. Gotta see it through.
Alright, so you tell me.
Oh, girl.
Because I know yours is way much better than mine.
Not better. We don't better.
Not like that, but it's like you at least had a good straight vision for what you wanted. You know?
Yeah, and I think it's a blessing from God. I think God only gives people what they can handle. And he probably knew, okay, we're going to put you on this path because you can't handle nothing else. We're going to make sure that it's clear and upfront. But I did have different experiences throughout it. Okay, so as far as me in high school, with going to school, I said, you know what? I want to be a therapist. After the whole dream of a lawyer, you know, after I got educated on that, I was like, hell no. But when I got to high school and I was applying to college, I was like, you know what? I want to be a therapist. At first, it was a psychiatrist.
Oh, okay. You were trying to go to med school.
And then I said, oh no, once I found out that that's what that was.
Yeah.
Because I was misinformed. Like, when I'm telling you, I'm the first person in my family to really discover, like, mental health stuff. I thought a psychiatrist or a psychologist was the same thing as a therapist.
Yeah.
And it's not. That's what I'm telling you. So that's how uneducated I really was. Once I found out, I didn't find out the difference until I was in college. Okay. So I knew I wanted to be a psychologist at first. I went to school for psychology. Mm-hmm. Then I found out, oh, hell no. I don't want to be a psychiatrist or psychologist. I want to be a mental health therapist. Okay. So
for people that don't know the difference.
Yeah, tell them, girl, because you know what I mean. Are you want me to tell them?
Well, I'm saying, like, how about you tell them? Yeah, you can go through.
Okay, so psychiatrists, they're able to prescribe meds. And things like that. Psychologists, they're more like on a research basis. Psychiatrists is research as well. Yes. But you do have to be a doctor of psychiatry. Right? And they give medication for certain diagnoses and things like that. Psychology is could be research, more research based. I do think they see clients as well.
They do.
But it's definitely more research based and maybe more extreme diagnosis, where it's more like on a scientific type of level. And therapy, licensed professional counselors, LMFTs, which are licensed marriage and family therapists, as well as an LCSW, which is a licensed clinical social worker. Those three are more like the therapists, counselors type of vibe, mental health, depression, anxiety, PTSD. We go off theories and things like that and kind of sit in and talk with people rather than like prescribing meds. Like some clients, they do need that, and that's something that we can refer them to with our license. But that's not like the go-to. You can't come to me if you want medication.
Yeah, it's not your field. Yeah.
Yes, I can diagnose you. I'm licensed to diagnose you and help you with problems. But if it's like something more extreme and you need a little assistance, then I can refer you to psychiatry. So yes, I realize that I am more of a talker and more of a let's work through these things and stuff like that rather than prescribing medicine. So then I decided to go into therapy. Now my journey for that was hard. A lot of people think that it's easy because all I'm doing is talking to people. No ma'am, no sir. I gotta learn how to not take that stuff home with me. I gotta learn how to diagnose. I gotta learn how to complete assessments, complete treatment plans, and all of that. So got through college and then went to grad school. While in grad school, I was not a behavior support specialist. See, too long. I was an instructional assistant for a behavioral school, but it was like more severe than you know how when you got in trouble at school they send you to another school and you come back. No, it was more severe than that. These kids had ED, which is emotional disturbance, or they would have like schizophrenia. Like they took medication because they had to, or they would literally black out and break your nose type of school. Like we had to do restraints and all that. I worked there. So what I really did was I made sure my resume aligned with what I wanted to do in life. I knew I wanted to work with kids in the therapeutic field. So I did that. And then after that, I graduated and decided to be a behavioral support specialist for kids in foster care. After that, that's why I said I was all over the world, but I knew I wanted to work with kids, period. So then after that, I went on to be a mental health therapist at a nonprofit organization while I was pursuing my LPC, while I was an LPC associate. So after you graduate your master's, y'all, I still had to get 3,000 hours of internship.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
So I did that at a nonprofit, and then I became a school counselor.
But I mean, it's still
along the same thing, but it was a lot. So then I became a school counselor, got fully licensed, and now I am a therapist / clinical director at a group, like another practice that I'm at now. So that's my journey. It wasn't all over the place. It kind of was, but they all were revolved around mental health. Just like you know when you think about it. So you trying to say that mine was better. No, all your stuff is still in the health field.
Yeah, I know, but I guess
it's not a specific career. Exactly. Like me, I guess I was just working towards that. And now I'm filing license.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm in the career field that I want to be, but you said that you're still figuring that out.
Yeah. I'm more like, I want to dab into this, I want to dab into that.
Yes, and really just figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I think I guess it was just meant for me to know from the jump.
Yeah.
However, right now, I love what I do and I love being a therapist. I'm still kind of trying to figure out, okay, I don't think I just want to see clients full time. I think I want to work in helping other therapists or helping qualified mental health professionals and help them do what they want to do. Kind of more like of a mentorship.
Training. Yeah.
So I'm a therapist, but I don't think that's what I want to do long term. I think it's supposed to be something even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are our career journeys, right? And we know despite the differences or despite how long it's going to take, we're still working to get where we want to be. Because I don't think I'm all the way where I want to be yet.
Yeah, and I think I can speak that I feel like everyone probably feels like that. Or if you don't, then you have your eye on the prize, like focused and everything like that. Which props because at some point, like, you love something, but I feel like it gets kind of repetitive. And then you're like, I want something different,
Exactly. And I feel like that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
See? So although I probably am at the goal, per se, that people are like, okay, I wish I had my career at that age already. Yeah. I'm kind of burnt out. You see what I'm saying? I'm ready for something different. Yeah. Like, I still want to practice therapy, but I don't think that's it for me. You see what I'm saying? So although I may be at an end goal, I really don't think that's it for me. Like, I'm happy, I'm content, I'm blessed, I'm grateful, but I don't think that's it. Like, I think I'm still supposed to be doing more. Like, I don't think where I'm at now is good enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
So as you guys can see, we got 2 different journeys going on here, right?
2 different ones.
So careers can look like many different ways.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question, you want to ask it?
Yes.
No, I just got you talking, so I'm asking because you answer. Okay. I'm talking a lot. Okay. So do you feel like the opportunity for careers is equal for everyone?
No.
Okay, go into it. Let's get into it.
Obviously, we all know that, you know, some people be saying, like, the white people run the world.
Or the rich people, wealthy people run the world.
The wealthy people do. I would say that I have learned from experience that I wouldn't say you have to kiss ass, but for sure you have to play a role, right? Like you have to act a certain way or be a certain way to get to where you want to be, to move up the ladder.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because if you were to show who you really are, they probably wouldn't like who you really are, you know?
Yeah, gotta play
yeah. So especially I feel like being a minority, one, is already hard. 2, being a woman, I feel like it's already hard in itself as well.
Yeah.
That's just like 2 things stacking up on each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like industry is cutthroat. Especially like if you work in a hospital setting or something bigger, you always need to like prove yourself all the time. And it's hard. So I feel like even for men it's hard.
Yeah.
So I feel like no, it's not equal. Even not equal in pay. You can be more experienced than the next, and this still be like that's not enough.
Right.
Or you know the man could be not as experienced as you, but he will get paid more than
Still
you.
racking up them coins.
Yeah, racking up the coins. And I'd be like. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are known to do multiple things and multitask better than men. Let's just say it for how it is. It's true. We have that quality.
Going in on y'all a little bit.
No,
she said it. She said that women are better at multitasking than men.
I think
that's low key the case, though.
No. What do you mean?
I agree.
Yeah. Like, I could be driving, doing my mascara, talking on the phone all at the same time. Now, do you think a man could do that?
I don't know. I never seen it. I
test it out.
Test it out, man. We want you to do it. But yeah, I can see it though. I feel like women are more. We're super busy. We're cooking like
Yes, you know how they always say like the housewife does million things while taking care of the baby, many roles. It's the same concept, right? So I feel like a lot of people don't give the woman credit for it, and that's why a lot of women have to be cutthroat in the industry, and it sucks.
Gotta be bitches.
Yes,
people say they bitches, but they really just working hard, and they doing the same thing the man is doing. You just not used to it coming from a woman.
Exactly. Shoot. And it's always been a thing, you know, where they be like, oh, she a bitch, or you know, she's so hard, and it's just like, no, to really one up someone or a man, you have to be that type. So it makes it hard for you to like kind of put your guard down, I guess.
Yeah.
So I mean, but if that's your goal, that's where you want to be. You want to be CEO, baby. Let's get to what we can do.
You gotta be cutthroat.
You gotta be cutthroat.
Snip, ho.
If you don't like it, I'm gonna have to go get me a chef. You know
what that mean, girl?
Because you know, chefs are more like lenient.
Oh,
and they're more like calm. So they're the opposite from you.
Oh, okay.
You can't find the same one in the industry because now y'all both gonna be like, rah, 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 you know?
Okay, so, I get you, girl.
Yeah.
I was a little confused. Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. So
okay. So for me, I also agree that it is not equal at all. For everything that you said, as well as resources, right? So if I'm not educated, let's say I live somewhere without TV, without news, without anything going on, how am I going to be educated about the careers that's out there? I'm going to think. So you know how people say, like, people living in the country towns when nothing's really going on?
Yes.
They're just okay and happy with what's going on. They're not aware of all the different things that's out there in the world, all the different career fields. I'm weird. So I was just like driving one day and I was like, oh my gosh, all these people next to me have different careers, different life going on. Do you know all the different careers that exist? You know, there's winemakers, I was just going into the deep rabbit hole of all the careers that exist to keep this world moving, right? Yeah. Some people don't know about that. Yeah. So how would I even know what to dream if I've never seen it before? You see what I'm saying? So I think that as well, like I said, lack of resources, and then like you said, opportunities, which we're gonna get to, why there could be some difference in opportunities, but also where you're from. People having racial, it could be racial too. So let's say my name is a certain name, a quote unquote black name. If it's a white owned company, sometimes they be like, we not taking Jatavius. We gonna go on to the next. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
That's how they do them. So I think that causes some stereotypes and things like that, causes some issues within the field. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of different underlying things that makes it unequal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know when they see my Orellana behind that name, they're going to be like, who's this? Ain't no white person, though.
Ain't no white person. But you know what? Now I've noticed that people want more bilingual people.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's just because they want us for, like,
y'all language.
Spanish.
Yeah, but when you think about it from our side, we can cut out some jobs, too. Because we're not bilingual. And at the same time, it's like...
Okay, but this is the thing. They hire bilingual, but they don't pay you because you're bilingual.
For real?
No.
In my field, they do. From what I know.
No, so like in the healthcare, if you ask, okay, I bring X, Y, and Z with me, right?
Yeah.
And you throw in bilingual, they're looking at you like, I can hire the next one, and they don't even worry about me raising the pay.
Okay.
So honestly, like if you don't speak Chinese or some other language outside this world, they ain't gonna pay you honestly that much.
So the pay, so there could be an issue with the pay, but I'm talking about hiring. Just for people to get a job, period.
Oh yeah,
there are preferring more bilingual people, to be real. Yeah, because I've seen it. So I've seen it looking for jobs and stuff in the past. And it said bilingual, we are preferred. I said, okay, that's a lot these days. And I think maybe it's because we're in Texas. But at the same time, it's like, dang, I'm sorry. How was I going to get bilingual? That's not part of my culture to be that way. Yeah. So they could give other people a step up.
Yeah.
So I think but they have to just be able to enforce, like, okay, I need to be paid more because I'm bilingual. Exactly. So I think there's two different parts of it. But that is a part too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of these people don't realize that, yeah, our state is predominantly like Hispanic as well. But so in your mind, you would think like, hey, I should pay this person more because they know two languages. They could bring me people that I don't really attract.
Yeah, that's true.
But this mindset we got is like, no, we're gonna do the bare minimum. So I mean, it's kind of like talent. If you have something that someone else doesn't have, you should pay them what they actually deserve to be paid.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
See, there's so many different layers, man.
Layers
get on my nerves, man.
Okay, let's see. Okay, how do you feel about nepotism? Do you want to go into detail what nepotism is?
Yes, I am. So the definition of nepotism is the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives, friends, or associates, especially by giving them jobs. So that's basically saying, I'm running this company. My cousin Terrell, he need a job, so I'm going to go ahead and hire him and forgo all the other applicants that may be. Sometimes the relative is successful and knows some things, but a lot of the times they're not as skilled at all. But because you know them, because they're your kinfolk, you're going to take them in and you're going to train them, okay? So I really don't mind nepotism if the particular friend, relative, or child, or, children are knowledgeable about the thing, are working hard. If you lazy on your butt and just think things are going to be handed to you, to me, that's unfair. Because there's people out here going to school, working hard, grinding to get to where they need to be, and you're going to give somebody with no drive, no motivation the job. You see what I'm saying? So I don't mind nepotism if the person proves themselves as well. And it's not everything's handed. Like, the job could be handed, but are you showing the results that you got this in the bag? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I feel. Because if I have my own private practice one day and my kid wanted to be a therapist and a clinician, yes, I'm going to give you a job, but you better work. Yeah. You're not going to get everything handed to you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand those people in power, why they give their kids the role or the positions, because they love them, right? It's rooted in love and wanting them to be successful. However, I think they need to be working hard It should not just be handed and they just making a paycheck and they not doing nothing.
Correct.
Absolutely not. So that's my opinion. How about you?
I agree. I feel like if you build something of your own and your kid was like, I want to follow in the same footsteps, I'm be like, okay, graduate. Show me you can do this.
Go to school.
Go to school. You can intern and you can do your hours there if you can prove me you're doing the work.
Period.
Yeah, you can work in my company. You can work in my practice.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, train them up small.
Yeah,
have them stapling papers as a kid. Right, you don't work.
Yeah.
Work.
So I seen that like in the private practice I worked at dermatology. Mm-hmm. His son is going to med school because he also wants to be a doctor.
Oh, okay.
So he interns, but he don't get paid. He was like, you ain't getting paid. You're just an intern.
Yeah, for the experience.
Yeah. So he's teaching him like, hey, it's not going to be easy. You're just not going to get handed this.
That's good.
And they're also minority, right? So he knows how hard it took him to get to where he needed to be.
Yeah.
So he's just not going to hand it off like nothing. So, I mean, I can agree. It's kind of like hand in hand with connections if you know somebody, you know, type. I'm the type that I'm really picky about who I recommend.
Correct.
Because it reflects back on me.
That part.
And I work too damn hard.
That part.
For you to be acting like a clown.
Period.
So, baby, let me tell you something.
We ain't nepotism if you ain't nepotism worthy. Okay?
Yes, correct. I'm like that with my friends, you know. I'm just kind of like, no offense, but
you gotta really you gotta really trust the person.
Yes, and I gotta know your work ethic. Like, if you X, Y, and Z, but you telling me you've been laid off like how many times, and you've been switching jobs,
or you got fired that many times, like why?
My bro.
What's your work history?
Yeah, exactly. So I think in my life I only recommended like one person.
Okay.
Turned out to be a good one, of course, but still, like, that was even really iffy for me because I was just like, that just talks about who I am, character, reputation. You want to make sure you forgo the right person. Yeah, so.
Okay. All right. So we kind of share the same thoughts on nepotism. I guess it's all you besties, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next question. Is there such thing as a good or bad career?
I honestly, me personally, I don't think so.
Okay, tell me why. Tell me more.
Because I feel like if you're passionate about what you do, and you have a vision for it, and you have it planned out,
okay,
from top to bottom,
okay, and
you're telling me I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and I see you doing it, I don't see why you couldn't accomplish it. Whether you want to be an art, I know people talk down on artists,
yeah, don't be playing with them because you wish you could draw like them.
Yeah, now. If you can't draw, you telling me you trying to be an art artist? Sit
down somewhere. All you can draw is a stick figure.
I'll be like, look, this ain't enough. Somewhere. I'm going to have to be real with you and be like, look.
Yeah.
Nah, this isn't the path I think you should take.
Correct.
Because let's be real. You know? You ain't very good at it.
So I think there is such thing as being realistic.
Yes. I think as long as you're realistic with yourself and everything, and I think it should be fine. But I think that there's no such thing as a bad career because I've seen a lot of people not take the best career choice, but they always accomplish it or work their way up. You look at all these rappers and singers. Look at them.
Yeah, even the mumble rappers. They made it out.
I mean, I'm just saying.
So what about sex workers? Do you think that's a bad in quotations career? So how you feel about that?
The reason I say no is because, for one, some of the women, they know what they're doing. I sound like some of them.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's not something they're forced into.
Yes. So sometimes I feel like they're okay with their bodies. They say, "Hey, I got a banging body. I can make money off of it. I don't mind it. I'm willing to dance. And I'm willing to give it up. Hey,
period.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you're okay with that, then baby girl, make your money.
Do your thing.
Make your money. Find you someone that's okay with you making your money.
Yeah.
Don't have someone bash you for it because you chose that. You chose that path.
Because it's different if you're like prostituted.
Exactly.
You have a pimp. You have a drug addict. Now, you're a drug addict trying to make some money, so you sell yourself. That's different. But if you're making an active choice to do it, I honestly don't judge people who do sex work at all.
No, and I know a lot of men speak down on it where they're like, "Oh, you know, they've been open too many times or whatever the hell it may be. But it's like, it's her choice, and whoever accepts her is gonna love her for who she is.
It doesn't have to be your cup of tea.
Exactly.
But it can be somebody else.
Exactly. So if it's not, don't even fuck with her. Leave her alone.
That ain't for you, boo.
Yeah, that ain't for you.
Don't
worry about her writing a band.
And those strippers and stuff be talented.
Huh?
No strippers.
Girl.
I wish. Hold on. If I could, I'll be on the phone dropping it like it's hot.
I'm not blaming y'all because I'm trying to take
and I wouldn't even get paid. I wouldn't even have to get paid. Okay, I just want to do it for fun as a hobby.
As a hobby, and you get paid.
Period. You got all them ones on your head.
All them ones. Amen. I ain't blaming you. You writing that band's like who?
For real. Make your money, honey.
Make your money.
We love y'all over here.
Yeah, walking around with that Louis, girl.
Yes. Okay. I just thought that was an interesting question because people do kind of judge people on their careers. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted your thoughts on it. I feel like whatever is for you is for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, I like it.
Well, do you think there's such a thing as a bad career?
No, I agree with you. I feel like whatever is meant for you is meant for you. You do have to be realistic. You do have to make sure you're safe and things like that. Now, if it's something dangerous that I wouldn't be comfortable with anybody doing, but I really can't think of nothing in the moment. Unless it's like harming yourself or something crazy like that, I really don't think there isn't a bad career. I feel like whatever you're meant to do is what you're meant to do.
I even find it interesting. That's probably because I'm watching a show, but I even find it interesting, like how con people can just con people.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad career. I wasn't even going to count that as a career. Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
So let's delve into, like, drug dealers and
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
See?
Because
that's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different ball game because, okay, let's say so-and-so runs a cartel. And they say, look, son, you're going to take over the family business when I die.
Okay, and so that might not be a good career. Dang. Well, you said no too, boo.
Well, I did. I did say that.
Okay, so when it comes to like that, okay, I don't necessarily agree with drug dealing because there's a lot of violence that comes with it. The stereotypical type of drug dealing where people are like, this is my hood, this is my corner, I'm going to shoot you because you sit on my corner. I do not agree with that. If it's drugs that are detrimental to people, like crack and things like that, where people get heroin, things like that, where people really die and get sick of it and it ruins families, I do not agree with that. No. Yeah. So I guess that would be a bad career to me.
But see, on the flip side of things, let's dive even deeper. Pharmaceutical companies. Yeah. The government. Yep. Now, do we really think those are good
we need to have a conspiracy theory episode because we get deep over here. Y'all is the one. It's the one. This girl get deep.
I'm just saying, we're going to go down the rabbit hole,
you know? We're going to go down the rabbit hole. We're going to have to hop in that hole.
I'm just saying. Like... But it's true though, like if you really think about it, it's even on the good side of things that don't even be that good. Yeah. And you think about it and you're like, our president.
Ooh, this girl trying to get us canceled. Girl.
I'm just saying.
I don't think it's a bad career.
You don't think so?
No. Now, I think, okay. So I don't think anything is bad is what you're doing in that career. So I can have a president that wants to help people, who has the right purpose, who has the right mission. Or there can be a president who doesn't have the right mission, just like a counselor. There's counselors or psychiatrists that exist that will diagnose you just so they can prescribe you with something so that they can make money. Does that make all psychiatrists bad?
No, of course
exactly.
Not.
So I feel like every job can be good, but what is your purpose? What are your morals behind it? What are you trying to accomplish here? You see what I'm saying? Because I could be a therapist that just keeps a client and like make them cycle throughout their problems, not really have them make progress, not really challenge them, because I know that if they keep coming, if they never find a solution for themselves, I'm gonna keep making that money. I'm not gonna lose them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I say that when it comes to stuff like that. So a president, that's just how our system runs. But if it's like an evil president, of course I'm not gonna think, I think you're bad. It's the person that's bad, not the job.
So what about when it comes to dealing with drugs? Let's say...
Yeah, I told you that, girl. If it's the drugs that harm people and stuff like that, absolutely not. Yeah. If you putting fentanyl and all that stuff that people are dying for, absolutely not. Bad.
It's just, I feel like It's just a lot. It's just a lot. This topic is really broad.
It is broad, y'all. We're going to have to do a part 2 just on drug addicts. I mean, presidents. And we're going to have to do a conspiracy episode. Conspiracy theories episode. If you want the episode, comment below.
We still gonna do it anyways.
So. We gonna still do it anyways. It's definitely gonna be on that wheel. But comment below because we need comments, girl. You should have said that.
We need comentarios, okay?
Oh, be bilingual then. Yeah, give me some fingers.
Consider fingers. Okay.
Ooh,
next, our untamed Q&A.
Let's go. Let's get on the floor.
Let's
go.
So we had someone basically gave a little scenario
and wanted us to ask
us
a scenario or like a prompt on our opinion.
Yeah, so excited. Shout
out to you, girl. Thank you.
Okay, y'all ready for this? All right. How would you feel if you were on a girls trip and one of your friends brought no money on the trip? You did not find out until you arrived at your destination.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna be mad. Because you should have planned accordingly, or you should have told us in advance, right? Mm-hmm. Because usually for me, when I am planning for a trip, I am budgeting for myself. Uno persona, okay? I'm not budgeting for those. No. You see what I'm saying? So if I come to a trip, and you know me, I want everybody to have fun. I'm not the type of person that's going to go to dinner and I eat a full meal and you ain't eating. That's not going to work. I'm going to feel just like bad, and I'm going to force myself to, just spend my money on you. But I'm going to be upset that I have to make that choice and I wasn't able to plan for it. Because there's a difference between you telling me in advance. I can check my pockets and be like, okay, I think I can afford to assist you. Or maybe all of us, if it's more than one person on the trip, if there's a big group of us, maybe we can all put coins together and make a budget. Okay, this is your spending money for the trip because we really want you to be here.
Yeah.
But if we're not even finding out until we get there, and nobody is playing for it, I think that's the biggest issue. I do not like that, and I think that's kind of rude of that friend to do that.
I can agree. Look, let me tell you something. You come on this trip and be like, you staying at the Airbnb, baby. Let me tell you something.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you, you gonna come on the free stuff. Right. Like the hiking. Now, what you gonna eat? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
She ain't. Let me not have no money when we go on this trip, y'all.
I just playing. I would share my food. My one fry. But I would share
her unsalted fries are bad.
That is true. My unsalted fries. No, I'll just tell you. But no, I honestly would be also upset. Yeah. Because it would be like, you could have forewarned me and told me so I can be better prepared.
Correct.
To help you. Mm-hmm. If you really wanted to go, we wanted you to come,
Yeah.
That's what friends are for. Mm-hmm. We can spot you at the time.
Right.
But you're going to have to...
you're going to have to make up for it.
You're going to have to... Yeah, exactly. You have to
and you would never, ever have to do that again, or you not getting invited.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to keep questioning the next trip we have. Yeah. Your pockets looking right?
Yeah.
Cause I
sure you work today?
Yeah, because it's unfair to put that on your friends.
It is.
It's kind of like your friends gonna have you, but that's still not fair to them.
It's not.
Like I would do it, but I would be upset at the way it happened.
Yeah.
That it was last minute and things like that for sure.
Agreed. 100.
Okay. All
right.
I feel like today's conversation was great and very thorough, and we touched on a lot of different things, and yeah.
Did y'all feel what we felt?
Do y'all feel what we feel, or is it just our wine feeling what we're feeling? Because I think we're wine led. We need to keep having some wine, girl, because I feel like we're more just open and loose.
Yeah, we are.
Not too loose, though, but the right loose.
The right amount.
Okay, y'all, so now we have our what?
Affirmation.
No, our sassy wheel, girl.
No, that I skipped that part.
0.
Damn.
Okay. But I'm going to let you make up for it, because you get to spin the wheel.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Ooh, cultural background.
All right, so next episode you'll be hearing about our cultural backgrounds. Insane. I'm putting it back down. I had fun with this episode. We touched on a lot of stuff.
We did.
And we're definitely going to add conspiracy theories, like for real.
Oh, yeah. I think we should.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you listen to us on any other podcast. Websites, feel free to like those as well, and comment and leave your questions, and also follow all of our social media pages. We popping on TikTok and Instagram.
We sure are apparently. Like,
yeah, TikTok love us algorithm. It be like this with all of our posts, but yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, so before we end this episode, we want to finish off with our affirmation.
Yes.
So, Rye, you want to finish us off?
Yes, so our affirmation for today is, I am gentle with myself even when I make mistakes. Yeah, so always treat yourself with gentleness, self-compassion, and self-love, no matter the circumstance. No matter if you made a mistake earlier that day, give yourself forgiveness and decide to move forward. And just love yourself.
Agreed.
Alrighty. So we'll see y'all next time.
Yes.
Besos.